Skip and Skip X embed X share close analysis of Tom Allen's first Big Ten Media Day and the news of the day. Brody Miller / undisturbed way photo. Marcelino Ball was named a freshman All-American last season. Photo, Jenna Watson / undistar right parenthesis by photo Bloomington barring injury or other unforeseen circumstances. There is no position on Indiana University's defense and perhaps on its roster more settled than the Hoosiers secondary. Tom Allen's five-man defensive backfield, which includes a hybrid safety / linebacker known as a Husky, returns every one of its regular starters from 2016, including second-team All-Big Ten cornerback Rashard Fant, and freshman All-American Marcelino Ball. The Hoosiers were not unbeatable through the air last season. Indeed, they finished 12th in the Big Ten in passing yards per game allowed, 219.7. But they were barely more than 18 yards per game off of 5th in the conference, and their 13 interceptions tied for 5th as well. Now, with the cupboard still full and Allen talking about breaking into the top 30 nationally in total defense, Indiana's secondary loads up for a potentially defining 2017. IU cornerback Rashard Fant is the Big Ten's active leader in passes defended. Photo, Brian Spurlock USA Today Sports right parenthesis names to no greater than Rashard Fant. 5'10", 180. R-senior. Greater than James Thompson. 6'2", 195. R-senior. Greater than Ben Bach. 6'1", 195. R-senior. Greater than Chase Dutra. 6'1", 212. R-senior. Greater than Tony Fields. 5'11", 205. Senior. Greater than Zach Walker. 6'2", 215. R-junior. Greater than Jonathan Crawford. 6'2", 203. Junior. Greater than Tyler Green. 6'3", 190. Junior. Greater than Andre Brown. 6'0", 195. R-sophomore. Greater than Jameel Cook. 6'1", 200. R-sophomore. Greater than Sean Riggins. 6'0", 183. Sophomore. Greater than Khalil Bryant. 5'10", 200. Sophomore. Greater than Marcelino Ball. 6'0", 210. Sophomore. Greater than Bryant Fitzgerald. 6'0", 205. Freshman. Greater than Juwan Burgess. 6'1", 185. Freshman. Experience across the board. It's not just that Indiana returns its 5 regular starters, Fant, Riggins, Fields, Crawford, Ball, from last season, nearly everywhere in the 2-deep secondary. The Hoosiers should be backstopped by 3rd, 4th and 5th year players. Fant, Fields and Crawford are in their 5th, 4th and 3rd years in college, respectively. Riggins and Ball featured regularly as freshmen last year. Behind them, players like Dutra, Bach and Green are old hands. The rest of the sophomore class is a mix of a rising performer in Bryant and 2 players who saw significant action as freshmen before redshirting last year, Brown and Cook. We included 2 freshmen, Burgess and Fitzgerald, on this list because they've earned some preseason mention for strong work this summer, but if they see serious time this fall, you'd best believe either A, an injury plagued yet in the secondary, or B, they really earned it. More, Tom Allen not running from Kevin Wilson's shadow. Insider, who may break out for IU in 2017, testament to a widespread recruiting under both Allen and Kevin Wilson before him. Indiana's recruiting philosophy has always emphasized a balance between regional and national focus. When and where it can, the staff works hard in state, or in neighboring states like Ohio and Illinois. When the Hoosiers have branched out, they've often kept a narrow focus, primarily in Georgia, Florida and Texas. Nowhere is that better reflected on the roster than in the secondary. That 15-player list at the top of this piece includes 3 players from Georgia, 4 from Florida and 1 from Texas. It also includes 3 from Indiana, including a walk-on, and 2 more from Ohio, provided health. IU's starting 5 when the season kicks off will likely go Georgia, Florida, Ohio. In that quest to strike a regional/national recruiting balance, Indiana has done quite well in its defensive backfield. Final word is Sean Riggins, 28, started as a freshman at cornerback. Photo, Jay Lapriti. AP right parenthesis linebacker Tegray Scales is probably IU's best defensive player, but the Hoosiers secondary might be its best defensive unit. Fant is a bona fide cover corner, one of the best in the league and probably in IU history. Crawford and Fields are nose 1 and 2, respectively, in lowest passer rating against among returning Big Ten safeties, per Pro Football Focus. Riggins and Ball look like the future at that level, and were hardly in over their heads as freshmen. Behind them is a deep well of experienced players, both at cornerback and safety, and a group steered by two coaches, Brandon Shelby and Noah Joseph, who have been at IU for a combined 9 seasons now. Allen dreams of a top 30 defense, the kind that simply doesn't let opponents breathe. His secondary might make his dream come true. Follow Industar reporter Zach Osterman on Twitter, @Zach Osterman. QB Primer, if Richard Lago takes next step, so will IU. RB Primer, IU backfield packed with mystery potential. WR Primer, receiver group once again in good hands. T Primer, who's the man for IU at tight end. OL Primer, offensive line stocked again for IU. DL Primer, defensive improvement all starts up front. Pounds Primer, Big Ten's best defender leads the way for IU.